Yo, what's good? What's good? I haven't been doing videos as frequently as I normally do. Because unlike a lot of other people, this shit, this shit don't pay my bills. I work. And I gotta work every day, 11 days of Christmas, whatever. I gotta work every day till Christmas. So, yeah, that's why I haven't been up on a lot of this shit lately. I know what's going on. I'm a fire hydrant. I'm in the street. I'm not in the street, but I'm close enough. I know what's going on. So they did the versus battles with E40, aka 40 Waters, Too Short. And I got home Saturday from work and I was sitting there drinking and I said, oh, they doing that versus battle. So I checked it out. And the first thing I looked at in the left upper hand corner was the numbers, and it was like 200 something thousand. And I'm like, look, don't get me wrong, 200,000, if 200,000 people watch one of my video, and I've had it happen before, that's like going viral for a YouTuber. But for a big platform, that's not good. Now, this is coming off of Gucci and Gucci and Jeezy. That did 1.5 million. Now, E40 and Too Short, with all due respect, they're legends. They've been featured on a lot of hit records. They've put out hit records. More than what people give credit for. And the battle itself wasn't bad. It was actually entertaining. E40 is hip-hop. He was dancing and all of that, break dancing. You see the clips. They both was like two drunk uncles at the party that didn't realize the party was over and they thought it was just getting started. Only bad thing about it, Too Short was a little too drunk and he kept trying to talk and was like, okay, nigga, play the music. For like 20 minutes straight, he was trying to tell some old war stories from Oakland. It's like, nah, we not here for that, bro. This isn't an interview. And they did it, and it was cool. I'm all about giving the legends the roses while they smell them. That's why I support Drink Champs. That's why that's one of the big things I hate about hip-hop culture is that they just throw away the legends like old used condoms when they're done. I don't like the way the hip-hop culture treats the older artists that have paved the way. But when it's all said and done, Verzuz itself, it was a cool concept, Timberland and Swiss Beats. Remember when DJ Nice used to get on Instagram and do those live spins back when everyone was stuck in the house when quarantine was in full mode. And this was kind of like a answer to that, where it's like, okay, let's find ways to entertain people. Because, DJ Nice was doing his battles. Tory Lanez was doing the quarantine radio. This was following that. And it was cool, my problem with the versus battles is they need to set some rules, first of all. Can somebody participate more than once? Because you got Ross out here saying he wants to battle T.I. They stood up T.I. at the altar when he was supposed to battle Jeezy, and then they said, well, we'd rather see Gucci versus Jeezy. That makes more sense. They're doing them too frequently. The frequency, and I know some people, I ain't knocking nobody, you know what I mean? But they're doing them too much. They're doing it too frequently. And if you do it too much, it starts coming off like 106 in Park. Versus should be a music moment. I gotta say music because it's more than just hip hop. Because you did have Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, you had Teddy Riley, Babyface, you had Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. It should be a moment. It should be something special. It's not really that special when you do it every other week. And think about it. If you didn't get Keisha Cole and Ashanti 2 weeks ago, if they would have did that, you would have got two battles back-to-back weeks. I'm like, come on, like y'all are doing this a little too frequently now. Like Jeezy and Gucci, a lot of people thought set the standard as the best one that they ever did. A lot of people tuned in, obviously. A lot more people still haven't had time to check it out. Let it marinate, let it breathe. You know what I mean? Let it breathe. You gotta relax. Let it breathe. That could have been the last one for the year, and I think everyone would have been okay. No, we got to do Keisha Cole and Ashanti. No, who asked for that? Who asked for that? And then let the fans vote or something. I don't know. Then you had 40 and Too Short. Now there's rumors spreading around. Sometimes the fans will make up fake posts. Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child. I'm like, come on. And Swiss says 40 and Too Short is supposed to be the last one in 2020. Hell, it's only, 10 more days left. They probably might squeak this one in. I just think they're doing it too much. And I get it. The bag is necessary. It's fundamental. You got to get that money. And there's a bag involved. We don't know fans. We don't know how much everyone's getting paid off of this. But you got to think about it. In the pandemic, rappers really not making as much money. Hell, you got Fat Joe interviewing people every night on Instagram. He works for Famo, that same company that's gonna be promoting the Mayweather Logan Paul fight. Everybody out here hustling, trying to get theirs. And I don't knock it, but it's like from a quality perspective as a fan, you're watering it down. We don't need a versus battle every week. I know I don't. You're watering it down to a point where it's like you're not even excited for it anymore. So I think, and when I go back to E40 and Too Short, with all due respect, what they do, Bay Area, hyphy music, is not transparent nationwide. Meaning a lot of people on the East Coast, down south, up north, don't really relate or understand hyphy, Bay Area, that sound. So it didn't generate a lot of noise to a lot more people that probably tuned in to see Gucci and Jeezy, for example, but didn't really care to see 40 and Too Short. And that's with all due respect. But they're not transparent. Like E40 will never be as transparent nationwide as Snoop. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But they're going to continue to do, like I say, I like the versus battles. And I still think, it's more of a celebration than a battle because you don't have a judge panel. They don't come up with a final decision. But it's getting watered down. You know what I mean? This proved it. I mean, how many, the numbers, Ross and 2 Chainz, that didn't do too well either. It's getting watered down, bro. You're doing too much. And you're giving the fans way too much more than we can handle. You know what I mean? We live in an era where everybody wants to just keep, like I say, Fat Joe does an interview every night. I can't front. There's been days where I uploaded 3-4 videos on here in one day. So I understand the consistency, but versus should be special. It should be, if they were really smart, they would promote, they would get, this is the problem. The more frequently you do this, the less exclusive it becomes. Why are the big artists gonna want to do it? The Lil Waynes, the Drakes, the Nickys, the Jay-Z's, the Nas. They can't even get 50 to 50. It's like, I ain't doing that. You're not gonna be able to get the big megastars to participate because they're gonna look at it like, yo, this is some regular ass shit. Everybody does this. Some of these niggas I just named don't even go do interviews on Breakfast Club or come to award shows. They're not going to participate in this, no matter what bag you throw at them. Now, if you throw away the right bag and you treat this like a moment or an event like it's supposed to be, maybe one day you could get, hypothetically speaking, Pharrell versus Kanye. And that would, to me, if I had Pharrell versus Kanye, I would build that up for 2 months and promote the fuck out of it for 2 months before we even put it out there and build the hype. Then I'd probably sell it on pay-per-view. And don't think people won't pay for it. Yeah, they will. Look, about a month ago, how many millions of people paid $50 to watch 54-year-old Mike Tyson versus 51-year-old Roy Jones? People will pay. You know what I mean? If you do it the right way. But every other week, it's just another random ass battle. And I'm like, some of these battles nobody asked for. Nobody asked for Keisha Cole and Ashanti. They just came up with that. And people was like, okay. They threw it at us. We started thinking about it. That kind of makes sense. Okay. No, do it. You can't let the prisoners run the asylum. You can't let the rappers run the show because a lot of these rappers, like I say, they ain't been getting the bag in 2020 like that because the show money's dead. And a lot of rappers are throwing they hat in the race. Like Jim Jones is out here talking about he want to battle G-Unit. He want to battle the Locks. Him and French Montana want to battle. That's another thing. No one's asking for French versus Jimmy. I can promise you that. You can get every nigga in the tri-state area. No one's asking for that. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they got 20 hits together. And then Memphis Bleak. Now, I give Memphis Bleak credit. He didn't bring it up. Superstar J from Sirius asked him. He says, hey, Bleak, who you think you could battle in a versus battle? And he said, I think Jewels or Banks. By the way, they'd eat him alive. And look, I grew up in that Bleak, Banks, Jewels era. All due respect to all of them. But all three of them cats combined don't have 20 hit records. We got to define what a hit record is. A hit to me is a song that as soon as the beat plays, it's synonymous. Everyone knows what it is. It's a radio hit. It's a club banger. There's a lot of great hip-hop artists that don't have 20 hit records. It's okay. It doesn't take anything away from them. Not everybody goes into the studio with that motive, that objective to make a club banger. Like I say, my favorite member of Wu-Tang is Ghostface. Ghostface don't got 20 hit records. He got 20 dope records. He got plenty of dope records, but he don't have 20 smash hit records. You know what I mean? So now you got rappers who don't have hit records like that, throwing they hat in the race like, yeah, we want to do it too. Yeah, because they want to get that bag. Of course they want to do it. You know, but the quality of Verzuz, it's the frequency. It's not the quality. The quality's not bad. It's the frequency of it. You know what I mean? Make this shit special. Make it monumental. Make it something that is so damn good people call out of work so they can stay home and watch it. You know what I mean? Make it so good to where it's like the whole world freezes when you're watching this. But when you do it frequently all the time, it just becomes some regular shit. You know, and it's a great concept. And it's kind of like hip-hop fantasy because you always wanted to match up this person's catalog with the other one. But this is the way that they're going about it. I really don't approve of it like that, man. So let me know what y'all think if y'all watched E40 and Too Short and if y'all think what y'all think about Verzuz battle. I'm out.